Again, keeping paint quite pale and pencil pressure light meant that the adjustments could be made gradually and carefully, perfect for achieving all the tonal variation we see in nature subjects like this. Hi, I'm Anna Mason. Welcome to Nature Studio TV, the place to be to create a nature-connected, creative life. In this mini class, I thought it'd be fun to show you just how similar my process of tonal drawing and watercolour are when you're aiming for a realistic result. We'll compare how I painted and drew this enlarged ladybird, and you'll discover that the skills involved in both are highly transferable. Let's take a look. Both start with making an outline drawing, mapping out the key parts of the ladybird, including its spots and also the main highlight on its back. With the painting, I began by mapping out the lightest colours to each colour area and also placed a really pale version of the shadow at the beginning. And then in both, I worked on the domed part of the wing cases, gradually building up pencil and paint in layers to achieve plenty of tonal variation. The paint was fairly watery and I used mid to light pressure with my pencil to ensure I kept each layer pale and could darken gradually and with lots of control. I also made sure I worked in the direction of form with both my brush and my pencil to create the form to the ladybird. And I paid attention to the visual texture I was looking to achieve by ensuring I created as smooth a finish as I could with my mark making, using the brush or the pencil at a low angle for a wider mark on the paper. Before I could work out how dark to take those areas in their darkest parts, I needed to establish the darkest tones in the whole ladybird, the black spots and black areas to the legs and head areas. Even within these areas, there was tonal variation, so I looked to achieve that by layering the paint or the pencil in the darkest areas, and also using the paint thick and using lots of pressure with my pencil to ensure I could get the darkest tone possible in the darkest areas on the lower side. Next, I made tonal adjustments and added details. The tonal adjustments were made in layers to both. With the watercolour, I made sure that the layer underneath was dry before adding more paint. With the pencil, I ensured that I matched the pressure I used to the level of darkening I was wanting to make. Again, keeping paint quite pale and pencil pressure light meant that the adjustments could be made gradually and carefully, perfect for achieving all the tonal variation we see in nature subjects like this. At the very end, I shaded in the shadow and the pencil drawing. I'd tackled the lightest parts of the shadow earlier in the watercolour, so I wasn't using really watery paint up against the dark colours of the ladybird. The end result was two ladybirds brimming with realism and 3D effects, and crucially, they were both a lot of fun to create, using a really similar set of skills that you can easily learn too with a bit of instruction and structured practice. A full video class of both these ladybirds are available now with Nature Studio membership. If you've enjoyed this mini class, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, then fly on over to naturestudio.com where you can find a whole heap of free resources to help you capture the beauty of nature on your paper. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Have you taken my free full-length watercolour class yet? If not, you're in for a treat. In it, I guide you step by step through painting a juicy, realistic pear that'll make you think, wow, I did that. You'll learn a repeatable, reliable watercolour method that you can go on to use for painting all kinds of other subjects. I'm confident you'll discover something that I already know, that you're a better artist than you think. I teach everything about my watercolour method in this full-length class, and I'm sharing it with you for free because I want to show you what you can achieve with the right instruction. If it ignites a spark in you, just as it has for thousands of others who've taken this class, there are hundreds more detailed tutorials you can unlock if you choose to become a Nature Studio member. So get the free class now and get ready to wow yourself with your results.